Good evening, everybody. I'm the Sith Trader. Welcome to another Globex Open. Gonna be hunting out another ForceSweep setup here tonight. Remember, trading features involves risk and is not suitable for all investors. Today's live stream is for educational purposes only and is not trading advice. I think you all know that I am actively trying to take these trades myself. Then hey, it's good for the Sith Trader. It's good for you too, right? No, jokes aside here, let's see what the market has to offer today. So far, a little bit of a sell, some selling pressure here on the opening candle. Still the opening minute is trading. It's the type of day where we need to be aware of that high from today's session. Definitely has me favoring the long side a little bit just because, well, all-time highs does that to a trader, or should. I hope it does that to you. But mindful of that high out there. Plenty of room to the downside. The session VWAP was all the way down there, 30,586. For those that are just joining us for the first time, a Globex or ForceSweep is a pretty simple setup. It's predicated around a 10-minute opening range, which we've set up for the first 10 minutes. We use the Globex session anchored VWAP as our entry price once we've broken that 10-minute opening range one way or the other. We target a new high of the day or low of the day, depending on which way that ORB breaks after an entry in the VWAP. Risky but one new one. A new targets, or for new high or low of the day. Because we've been trading, all new all-time highs and all those good things, and we're above the day session VWAP and the 200-day moving average. All those things keep me a little biased to the long side, but as you've seen over this last week, we've had some great short setups that, give us at least some element of a good, opening range dynamic and a break of that, and then just a mean reversion. Wow, so you probably just jinxed us, but no, seriously, I've seen this trade go more than 5 for 5, so we just got to be mindful, play good defense. Last night was a little testy, but it ended up working out. So we'll see what happens. I have been personally trading Bitcoin a lot today. It kind of sat out from, honestly, at this point, I prefer to go up and break the opening range highs to the upside, but it's not really up to me. CVD has turned back bullish here. This big back, well, the day session VWAP, or Globex session VWAP, still setting up their opening range, so let that play out for a little bit here. So we got 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes until, 5.5 minutes. Now, about 5 minutes and 15 seconds until that range is set up. I like, so far, I like this up and down over and around the VWAP. That's exactly the type of price action I personally like to see. I say that, kind of tongue-in-cheek, but genuinely because that gives us a bit of, true tested range. And when that range breaks, the VWAP becomes a very natural, easy type of setup for trade to take. All right, now the market does seem to be fighting to try to stay below that anchored VWAP or below that session VWAP for the time being. They don't love that my scale was set to fix this properties. Although it's set to for indicators, which means the session VWAP from yesterday way below us is a thing. Scroll bar. Mm, yeah, I'll figure it out later how to set that up. Back above the view up here, I mean, not gonna lie, I kind of think it's gonna push the high of the day at this point, but I'm not about to just go chasing waterfalls. Alright, it is 45 seconds until that opening range is set. DVD positive here of all the session anchored to be up. Patients while we let that opening range set up and then go from there. The nice thing about this strategy in this trade is it's, I don't want to say totally reactionary, but it's a really mechanical, right way of trading. Of course, there's some nuances that I discuss on stream here that can help maybe improve that edge a little bit that I've picked up over the years, but it's nothing that can't be replicated rather simply. Now 30 seconds. The late opening range. Back for lie, I think nice little trade tonight would be breaking above the opening range high, falling back to the view up and going to new all-time highs. I don't know, that just seems like a very simple trade if it wants to set up tonight. Let's see if it happens. Again, I think I could say this till I'm blue in the face, but it's not really up to us. And I'll continue to march for the setup that makes, that plays out. The 10-minute opening range is now set. Let's see what market can break higher or do a thing. Do a thing for us. Well, I mean, higher or lower, but kind of favor the upside right now. Again, for all the reasons I kind of talked about, positive CVD, we're above the VWAP. All-time highs is above a big liquidity sweep. This is the 15-minute opening candle as well. Or maybe a little bullishness of a breakout of the opening range high. We also will trade to break below the VWAP, or back above, then below it again, and now have seen a acceptance back above. And here comes the potential break of that opening range. Let's see if we get a little push through. Well, this would be the opening range break to the upside. Wow, right back down into the VWAP here. I just bought it. I'm not sure if I love the fact that I just bought it on this very quick pullback, but let's see what happens. What did I just do with my chart? So, yeah, I guess I'm risking 20 to make 20 here on this trade. I kind of hate the fact it took this, but we'll see. Technically speaking, yeah, the CVD is not great looking. This is going to probably come to me, but then a reason you want to wait for that to close above. Here I am trying to be a little reactionary. Not over yet. Genuinely, I want to see it below close of the day, so I've got risk at 14. Back on the VWAP here has been real okay. Let's actually take a look at the participation on this trade real quick. See what this volume looks like. But this is a good looking candle right here. 200, 300 cars, get back above that VWAP. What a control on that candles at 30,727, stable there. It'll squeeze right back up to highs. I might stick around for a second one here today if this plays out well. I need back whether you have come on, let's say I am push now. Honestly, if you didn't buy it already, on a nice little push right now above the VWAP is probably the chance to get in. ForceSweep before a forced push back to highs as well. So the heads are trap fires in this initial move higher, this candle that took us into the high of the day. The candle that wicked freely there's barely any buyers up there. Most of the volume was traded down into the VWAP again. You will squeeze through and then back above, so this has all the makings for a nice little forced push. Which is again kind of a fade. It's when you get this head fake below the VWAP, which we already saw one example of that today. And then you get the short squeeze or a squeeze in one direction. In this case, it would be up. This volume back above the VWAP is really anemic. I need to see a little more acceptance than this to feel confident. CVD is actually still negative right now, which I do not like the look of that. Part of my gut's telling me to bail on this trade, but at the same time, it's not that bad that I can't. That it's even better go. It's just, I don't love the look of all of this trading right here, right now on the VWAP. We'll kind of stay below it. Darn, here it comes. Probably gonna try my stop up to 20 here. You really shouldn't come down there again. I can always get back in. You know, about the view up again. I have a terrible entry. I marketed into this. Arguably, a level that I'm not proud of having marketed in at. And again, lesson learned again, right? To wait for that solid break back above the view up. But I'm okay letting this one go and then taking, the next potential setup, because this is a definite head fake for me tonight. And tonight might just not be a good night for the Let's look at that volume. You see the volume back below the view of this 100 contracts. It's bigger than those two here. That's not a great sign. If we get a nice push back up above the view up and above this point of control, which is basically the view up with these few candles, that could change things. But here I am, like, kind of actually got a Bitcoin short on right now. I'm kind of monitoring too. So Sith Trader is doing a lot right now. 22. Come on, we have one more push lower here. Don't take that. It took me out. Well, I hit my. Cool thing is here on breakout. I just hit my net 100K payout, but. So I'm probably about to be stopped out for a reduced risk trade here. I might try my stop up to 22.42. It's okay, I can accept that a little bit. I am quite proud of this one, folks. The request my payout over breakout right now, because I just broke 100K net withdrawals from breakout. That is a super awesome beat for myself. I am super proud of that. I did it. I did it. Okay. Oh, and look at this. The other trade is coming on back. I do want to make sure, though, that I do get back short in my Bitcoin if I want to. Well, we're coming back above the VWAP here. Let's see if it just, now we get that volume push. So this is the anemic volume back below the VWAP, so that's not a bad thing. Now you want to see that good volume push, and then it's on through highs of the day. Get an easy one. Thank you for the kind words there. I wish I could pronounce your username there, but I don't speak. Yeah, I think that's Greek. Am I right that that's Greek? I don't want to offend anyone's culture, but I'm just the whitest guy over here. Rush in, okay. Yeah, that was really your next guess. Close. Russian is one language I actually wish I could speak. It's like that and French. I just love French and Russian. Okay, here we go. This is terrible volume on this push, but I don't care so long as it gets to my profit target right. Caleb, let's go, Caleb. Let's get that payout right here. Everybody, Caleb, going for a payout here today. Honestly, man, even if it doesn't get the profit target, you close this trade out the second you're over that payout threshold. Get yourself paid. Don't chance a damn thing. I have given up too many payouts being greedy, but being a prick for a tick. So proud to see other people having success here too. Let's go, Caleb. 93 is not bad. 81, I don't like the majority of the POC, those white on this candle. The point of control on this candle is up there. Hopefully it doesn't get slammed back down below the view up, because if it does, I don't love the what I'm seeing. I can't believe I worked hard to get to this, but it's just one of those funny things where, at the last $7 grand to get to this 100K at breakout took me like months compared to the rest of it. Crazy. Don't come back down. 117. Okay, so volume's picking up here. This is where we'll show you see now maybe acceptance above that VWAP. Whoa, there it is. Sellers trying to come in and unable to push it lower. God, what do you call that 4 payout save from breakout alone? This is a good day. Good day. Not the. Get that awesome little leaderboard over there at breakout. Where am I? Oh, I'm number 16 on that leaderboard. I need to do some work to get back up into the top. Oh my God, how is the leader at $73,000 of payout? This already breakout. Top 5 have over 10 grand already. Jesus, I mean, I cannot. That's some insane stuff there. Wow, this is what do I use to see the number of orders here, which is the buy and traded? This is a volume footprint bar. 1 minute volume footprint bar from TradeView. Don't like this. Let's see if we hold here. Point of control is right at the VWAP. It's pretty light volume. I mean, this has all been pretty light volume with the exception since this wiki move here, so. oops, and it's their volume footprint bars. They show you basically the volume profile and like stuff traded right in that 1 bar. This is 1 minute bars of the volume footprint. You can break up when you look at the settings, and then you can choose like the row size manual. So I do 4 ticks per row, so it's every point. 1 full point in this is per bar. So like, okay, this is the 30,000 or 730 race level. Yeah, it's a really cool tool. I highly recommend getting fluid with it. And it's just like watching any volume profile tool. Just here we go. Wise. Of course, that's the old high of the day. Wow, I didn't even like put my setup on these charts today. That's kind of silly, but okay, that's fine. You don't need it. I hope somebody somewhere just secured their payout. Might have been able to get 150 on 1 micro. Volume footage at 94 back above the view up there. Kind of pushing into the old high of the day. Let's see if it pushes through. I don't need the volume bars anymore. Let's just concentrate on price at this point. Man, today's kind of setup I've been totally distracted on. I hope the push is up right now. It needs to be done within a half hour, and I can go do things. My kid wants to go to the pool and have a night swim, which I'd love to go do right now. It's just one of those days where I kind of feel like celebrating a little. Let's fucking go. I do use Bookrapt. I don't show it on stream because honestly I haven't talked to them about like sharing their proprietary product. But you don't really need it. You can honestly get everything from Bookrapt and most of the video levels from other places. But it is really sweet. Oh, let's go. 4475s. Let's go. Let's go. I don't even care if I get a stop out. I just want to see a print 45s here for you. Right here. 4, 3, 2, 1. I thought it was going to push right there at the top of the minute. We got 1 more minute to close this next 15-minute bar and the 30-minute bar. So I got a hunch you're going to see that push right now over the next 60 seconds. That or it's coming all the way nice and quick, which I hate to kind of say, but should put this on the chart because this is technically, I guess, what I'm in. Even though I do think there could be another ForceSweep after this, guys. Hey, everyone, I'm gonna just count this one for the day. I mean, it technically, I guess it is. We had a close above. I don't love the wick. Carbon shield, I get forced it a little bit, but like, we need a little more tempo music right now. I need my jams. I'm like addicted to this new. Listen to it while I work out now. Oh, where is it? Come on. No copyright soundtrack. Watch your speakers, folks. Holy smokes, Bitcoin. There you go, brother. Congrats, Caleb. I hope you just secured your payout at Breakout or at wherever you secured it. Let's fucking go, Caleb. Get it. I'm probably going to trail stop up to break even here soon. I don't want to give this trade back at all. And I had a shitty fill. I should probably be trying up to like 42, 42.5. If it gives it a push towards the high today, I'm definitely going to be trying to trail it in, but I had a hunch we're about to get that burst here in just a minute. Making sure the volume's looking good on this real quick. That participation. Oh yeah, it's freaking great. 147 up here. And we're pushing above the point control of that candle. We should definitely burst through this high in my humble opinion. Let's let the market do it though and not talk about it. And let's take some profits here, not screenshots, folks. CVD's positive. Honestly, this is a trade that probably is going to run a little bit further than that. So I'm going to, personally, why not? I'm gunning for that 63 figure up there. I'm going to be trying to stop aggressively as I usually do to lock in at least the technical trade on this. Thanks, Liska. Yeah, try to make this informative, right? This is supposed to be an educational experience for everybody. That's what the disclaimer says, right? Right? This is just education, not trading advice. But genuinely, the trading community just needs more of this type of stuff. You know, people talking, oh, there we go. All right, locked in. Trailing that stop up. Push, come on, give me that push. All right, I'm out. I don't even know what that was. I'm long 34s, out 55s. All right, so I got it nailed. Nailed the plus, whatever, 1 hour there. I'm going to take my kid to the pool, folks. I hope you all caught that. That was a very quick one tonight. If you didn't catch the initial pullback because they're so quick, the setup to have taken was when we reversed back above the VWAP there and kind of came back and tested it like down. It was this little portion right here is the setup to go. Let's go, Caleb. Teddy, get that to the... Well, boss, that was a nice quick one. We went 5 for 5 here. That's 5 ForceSweeps in a row. I don't doubt he could come back for another test here of the ForceSweep and then find, that high of the day for, the next liquidity level. But that's it for me, folks. Congrats on the payout and the paydays to everybody who nabbed them here. It's been a good day for everybody, it sounds like. So with all that being said, I'm going to go figure out dinner, take my kid to the pool, touch grass, touch water, enjoy your night. Hopefully you're all done for the trading day and, tomorrow's a new one. Yeah, this is the 6 p.m. opening range. So hey, everybody, I'll give you a rundown of what happened here and how this trade works, right? This one was so quick tonight. There really wasn't much else to do and talk about. So let me just close out Ninja here so I don't even bother with it. Pretty simple mechanical setup. 10-minute opening range. Sets the Globex open. That's 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. Sets up. Tonight was a great night. This is actually we've had some really textbook moves lately. This is a great case study into the way this setup works. Like just in your mind how it should play out. Holy smokes, I'm short Bitcoin right now and just absolutely crushing it again. Again, I got another $1,000 to pull out. Come on, hit that first TP for me. I'm going to take that profit now. My God, I'm unstoppable over there. All right, everybody, here's how it works. You have the 10-minute opening range. Really, you can use any kind of time frame of opening range. Just by chance, I stumbled upon the 10-minute for this type of setup, and I accessed it, and all of a sudden it works. But the idea is you've got a 10-minute, I don't know, the last 5 have been wares. I would say a 60 to 70% win rate, but that's access results don't necessarily, reflect forward results. But the edge that comes with this is then some of the other things I add to it. However, just outright out of the box, so you should have positive expectancy trading in the direction of the mean reversion with the VWAP. I add things like paying attention to where prior highs are and lows and where you are in other swings. The prior stay session, the VWAP, becomes important too. Like this same VWAP we're watching right now, fast forward to the end of today, and if you're above it, you know, you've got a bullish bias into the next night session. But this morning up here is basically an entire trade broken down. You start with your 10-minute opening range. It's just the first 10 minutes. Use the 10-minute candle if you want, but it's the first 10 minutes. Set the high, set the low, wait for that to break. Like we broke higher. The Globex session VWAP, which is just an anchor VWAP from the opening candle, is your entry point for a long that targets a new high of the day. I didn't even put my high of the day target shit up there. I'll tell you what, folks, we are on a eater right now with everything. So high of the day becomes target. Your stop is 1-to-1 risk reward ratio with that, except in cases where the stop would be, that would put your stop below the low of the day. In this case, so you just use the low of the day at that point, because if we go back down, at that point, you know, the trade's kind of busted out. So use the Globex session VWAP as your entry, targeting new high of the day, stop at low of the day, or equal X. In this case, it would have been like an 85 risk target. 86 is my 1R. So I shoot for a $400 target on the NQs every day. You're pretty simple. Use an OCO. What's your in? I use a bracket order in this case, and this adjusts the stops accordingly. You can see as we talk through, you know, this price action here, why it trailed my stop up. We talk through, you know, some things like volume and participation, because I do use order flow, and they're watching. It's just a function of watching where, you know, individual points of control for individual candles plus volume plus CVD, which is this funny looking line at the bottom of the chart, and it represents basically like the number of buyers in the current order book, or like that are out there in the market relative to the number of sellers. It's different than actual volume traded. It's orders out there. But this is a very clear setup in terms of two things. One, we had good shop in that first 10-minute opening range or around the VWAP. So that set up a very dynamic range, a range that sucked in a lot of traders on both sides. Then you had that push higher and then the mean reversion. So all this was an initial trend break, mean reversion style strategy. And we just use a 10-minute opening range to determine the trend break higher. And then the VWAP as the mean reversion entry, targeting the liquidity of the new highs. In this case, you probably genuinely, I think you're going to get to a new all-time high, or the new highs here from yesterday on this push-up as well. As you can kind of see, we're basing now, getting acceptance above the 10-minute opening range high. This is auction theory in another form, right? And to be perfectly fair, ICT, most of what he talks about is just auction theory with other ways of discussing the market. He gives its own, like, ideas behind it, but you can apply these concepts any point in the day. It's just here in the Asia session, everything is really wow. Look at that entry. The next one. Again, I didn't take this, but like, if you were to talk about potentially the next one, it's already going. That's insane. Yeah, that's exactly right. Our RB, you just anchor it there. I personally have this is a VWAP. It's literally just a session VWAP script. I think it's native to TradingView. It's a built-in TradingView indicator. It's just a VWAP indicator. I have it anchored particularly. Whoops. There you go. And I just, oh my God, really? No, I'm not taking this trade, but I don't see a reason why there wasn't validity to it. I'm done for the day. But wow, I mean, right back into the VWAP there. I bet there's going to be that push now to new highs. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, this VWAP indicator. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, and all I've done is it's anchor period to the session. You can anchor it to any number of things, but session VWAP means it's just anchored to the start of the Globex day. So it's like a automatic indicator for me. But if you're using the anchored tool, you just click on that first one for the day. That's it. Simple as that. It's the most mechanical, simplest trade there is. There's nothing super secret about it, and it's always going to work. I don't care how many people know about this trade. It's always going to work because there's nuances to it that are going to cause enough with fail rates for poor trading and poor execution. But all right, with all that being said, everybody have a great night. I'm the Sith Trader. I hope you all caught the W here tonight. Remember, trading features involves risk. It is not suitable for everyone. And everything you saw here today is just my opinion, not direct trading advice. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to not miss a beat. And we will be back with you all tomorrow for another Globex or sweep and its price action develops. Take care, everyone.